Welcome, everyone, to the home of the war chant, Osceola, Renegade, and the Florida State Seminoles, a place simply known to some as the Dope. A top 25 showdown coming up, two of college football's premier teams preparing to duke it out right here on this field. As we'll see, the number 12 team in the country, the Utah Utes, taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Utes will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Power football with the run. Just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
So already they've hit a speed bump on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. Complete downfield. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. And the Noles have it with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Got his man on the right. One of the offshoots of expansion, particularly in the Big Ten, was how viable could the ACC remain, and it just sort of ramps up the stakes when they meet on the field.
Yeah, I think all of this conference realignment, all the money talk, the loss of rivalries, but it's the haves and the have-nots. And let's be honest, the SEC and the Big Ten are the big two gorillas, right? Anytime you can make a statement and dent these two big powerhouse conferences, go do it.
I think the ACC, too, is going to play with a chip on his shoulder. Back in conference realignment, it was the best 4 programs from the Pac-12 that all chose the Big Ten and not the ACC, so this one will be interesting.
And that's a good sight to see from this defense. Last week, they gave up a ton of points in a loss. This week, get a deflection early. Hopefully see the ball a little bit better, play the passing game better. This defense definitely has to improve from what it was a week ago.
Getting some heat. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back. The Noles will line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. The give to the left. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Smith wants to throw. Gets open down the middle. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
This offense has a second down play. He's looking to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Finds his big tight end. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Completion a little short of the sticks. It's 2nd down. Just a quick rhythm throw there, and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
And the Utes have their offense in high gear. They'll throw it on 1st down. Finds his tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. It's amazing how fluid and potent an offense can seem when you get a great pickup on 1st down, and the tight end's a terrific place to go.
Tight ends nowadays are kind of like cheat codes. I mean, they just know so much about, right here, seeing zone, know when to sit it down, boom, positive yards, nice positive play.
Fires into traffic, picked off.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
It's just not easy to bring this guy down, is it? He is so dangerous once he gets the ball in his hands. And it makes me think back to old great Seminole running backs like Warwick Dunn, Travis Minor, a guy that I used to play against. How about Dalvin Cook even? Just guys that could make the first guy miss, and then they were able to just explode and burst and take it the distance. This guy right here, he is a unique talent.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Off the play fake. Finds his man. It's Freeman. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Well, nice job hauling that pass in. I'll tell you, he keeps defenses on their heels. He really does. His speed is so scary. And I think back to my days in college. We used to play against the Seminoles when they had Peter Warwick and Livonia schools. And because of their game-breaking ability, it put so much pressure on our defense. I'll tell you, this guy's good enough to, I think, have played on that Seminole offense. And he would have gotten some looks. This guy can make some plays.
Out of the gun. The running back has it. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And not much running room. He had to break a tackle and still break another tackle to try to get back to the line of scrimmage. Not good blocking on the play.
But that's what coaches always emphasize, too. Never assume a teammate's going to make the tackle. You run to the ball, and they did it there.
Well, 100%, especially guys that are so big and strong and elusive now.
A shot toward the end zone. Oh, picked off. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
Well, he started rolling to his right, and because of that, it allowed the defender some time to close the distance between himself and the intended target, and his speed got him to the point, and he was able to come away with the pick.
Found a little bit of running room, not brought down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Smith dropping to pass. He's got his man. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
And these little slots are so fast, and they can stretch the whole field. They make you just sit back on your heels. They make you nervous, really. But then they break those in-breaking routes where it shows his number to the quarterback really quickly and make the play. These slot receivers, they're just so dynamic.
Just a short pass to the tight end. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. Wideouts all wadded up in a bunch. They'll run it from the gun. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
And this brings up a third down and identical situation, right? Like, do I want to be physical? Do I want to run the football? Or maybe want to take a shot? It's always interesting. These situations in football always come down to aggressiveness. How aggressive do you want to be? Because, Palmer, you kind of know what kind of coverage you're going to get.
Yeah, and I think for this running back, too, knowing him, he's just super competitive. He's going to want an opportunity to get another crack at this right now and really sort of get himself lathered up into the rhythm of this game. I give him another shot toting the rock here on third.
The Utes are marching down the field. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Wants to throw on first down. Looking for a huge play. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Utah!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the time. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Looking to move it through the air. Going up top. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better there.
Quick strike complete. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, and an array of possibilities here. Third and short now from their own 48. They want to just keep throwing it. He finds his man. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. And the Seminoles moving quickly to the line. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing your end zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Took a shot as he threw. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down.
I like the offensive idea here to try to change the launch point of the QB, but you got to do a better job protecting him because guys can't complete passes when they're getting hit.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Throws to the tight end. He's got an open man.
This guy just is so comfortable running routes, and he has such a good feel for those soft spots on defense there. They're playing zone coverage, so he's able to find that pocket, make it easy on his quarterback, and they pick up the 1st down.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Skips away from pressure. That quarterback was doing his best Houdini, escaping in the backfield, but the defense finally gets to it.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
On 2nd down, just keeps firing. It's complete. Takes it to the house. Touchdown Seminoles. That was just as simple as playing catch in warm-ups.
And this offense felt like they could take advantage of this defense down the field throwing the football. They've got a lot of speed on the perimeter. I feel like they've got some matchups they feel they should be winning one-on-one. You saw a great example of it right there.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out. You need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
They couldn't draw up a better way to start a drive, and now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 41. And he's bounced out of bounds, but not before a very productive gain.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And they're coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
Safe completion on the screen. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
He's brought down solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy, but tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Finds the tight end. And the Utes get enough for the 1st down.
Listen, I know that game didn't get very much, but I love getting the tight ends involved. Get everybody involved in the offense. Make me cover the whole field. Keep everybody a little bit honest.
Looking to throw it again. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it first and goal from the 1. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football. Let him make plays.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. They're trying to slam it in. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. The defense calls the timeout. Their 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. So loud it's rattling your fillings on 3rd and goal. Calls his own number. And he's loose and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Utes!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Fielded in the end zone, it's Freeman. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Looking to pass on 2nd down. Sends it downfield. Snatches it on the right. Open runway ahead. Past the 20. Touchdown, Florida State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the 2nd half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the 1st half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the 2nd half.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Arkansas is just getting blown off the field right now, and it may continue to get worse before it gets better. If it gets better. What a shocker today in Fayetteville. They're trailing by 14 to Ohio State. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every 3rd down throw if guys are open vertically down the field.
Picked off. Got some room to run. Touchdown, no! How about that D coming up with a play like that? The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, then thought, don't get caught, and he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play, but defense, great job making the interception, and you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
the offense coming onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on.
And the quarterback is snowed under. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. The number one job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap and try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
Smith wants to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that can do this. Last week he was unbelievable. This week, even better. This dude is absolutely on fire, in the zone, feeling it, using the whole field, doing whatever he wants, when he wants, how he wants.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. The defense burns their 3rd and final timeout of the half. The Utes line up to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll call for the fair catch here. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Quarterback checking the play. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Gonna take a shot. And it's caught inside the 20. And chunk plays on the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. Going up top on 1st down. Fires to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown Seminoles.
I love the bounce back for this offense. We lost a week ago. Let's put that in the rearview mirror. That game's gone. Let's improve. Let's get better. So far in this first half, they've done just that.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Seminoles will kick it away to start the second half. Fair catch called for and made. Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah.
What a job to lay out and make the catch. And he unleashed the RPMs on that pass. Man, this sophomore has an arm. Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Hey, listen, it's not just the offense that makes adjustments at halftime. The defense does too, and that time maybe showing a little bit of a different look than what they did in the first half. Looked like they confused the quarterback. They're able to come away with a pick.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Quarterback checking off. Dialing up a second down pass play. Takes a hit as he fires. A strike downfield. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Much of this Seminole foundation was built around great quarterback play, some legends at that position.
Some awesome guys that spread it around to elite playmakers, and just a great history at Florida State. They've been up and down in the recent history, but this team back in the day, man, Doak was rocking. Everybody wanted to be a Florida State Seminole.
Still looking on the move. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off, he takes off, and gets a positive gain.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And nice job by the defense. Understanding second and short, they're playing run. You can see super physical, now forcing the third down and short.
On third and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Grabbed over the middle, it's Freeman. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. Third and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, third and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable.
He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. He is dialed in. David, remember when we called Jameis Winston's debut? 27 passes, not one hit the ground. The 2 incompletions were caught out of bounds. This guy's locked in like that.
Locked in, dialed in. And when you're compared to Jameis Winston, and by the way, I mean, he was in fuego that night. It was awesome to be there. Those are the kind of guys that catapult you to the next level and bring Florida State back.
Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you've got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
They're going to go to the air on third and short. He makes the connection. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. And the Utes want to crank the tempo. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. The Utes are on the move. Looking for a crease. It's Harvin. Moves it forward just a bit, a pickup of 1 to the 35. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Smith dropping to pass. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Trying to take it back. He's at the 40. Able to stay on his feet and get the ball to the 21-yard line.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Trying to find his man on first down. going for it all. And it's incomplete as he tried to thread that needle to the back corner of the end zone.
Ball hasn't hit the ground a lot for this QB. He's already thrown 4 TD passes. He saw a look, wanted to take another shot, and that time they just fall short with the incompletion. But this defense, they have not had the answer with respect to defending the pass in this game.
A great job by the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Already in field goal range, but now trying to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. Fires to the right. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
Really nice 3rd down sub defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up for it. Well, it's a good news, bad news scenario. You got the pick, and you would have liked to have paid that off with a touchdown, but because the drive stalls out, they're still happy to get the field goal.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency.
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18. We'll see if they can dig one up that goes forward this time on 2nd down from the 18. Smith wants to throw. Looking deep. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Man, this quarterback is living dangerously right now. Obviously, he threw a pick on the last drive. He's trying to complete that throw, but the defender gets a hand on it, tips it up in the air. That's oh-no. That is an oh-no situation. They're lucky that one hit the ground.
Fires to the right. Makes a connection. Really nice job there to pick up the 1st down and get it to their own 41. And the Utes want to pick up the tempo.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
And come on now, O-line. You got to take care of your quarterback. He takes care of you. He's the one who takes you to meals. He's the one that gets you those NIL deals. Everything happens through your quarterback. You got to keep him upright. That is your #1 priority.
He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Quickly complete. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Florida State 38, Utah 14.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. Smith dropping to pass. He's got his man. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the 2nd half. It's 1st and 10. He's gonna pass. Makes the catch. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Moving quickly, trying to rattle the D.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Listen, a lot of time, tips and deflections are because you got great eyes and vision on the quarterback. You see him release the football, you break on it, you tip that thing, and make sure the receiver can't get it.
They're going to throw it again. Moving out of the pocket. He chucks one out to the right. Touchdown, Utah! And they take it in for 6 more points. Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows off his speed, gets himself wide open. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that ball. Nice job.
He's looking to throw. He's got it, so they convert the 2 and keep just a flicker of hope alive, down 2 possessions. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
22.
On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Now on 2nd down. Leaves it with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Working that left side now. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
On 2nd down, wants to throw. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Throwing right. Got his man. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. And the Seminoles are flying down the field. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Throws for the tight end. Got his man to the left. Bulldozes him. He was on his way. He could smell it. He gets it inside the 10. They stop him at the 9. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
Outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That 1st down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the day.
Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Defense rolling out the big bodies to try to stuff the run.
42 Spider.
On 2nd down, looking again to throw. A little screen to the running back. Touchdown, Knowles! And the beatdown has ensued.
What a difference a change of scenery makes, right? I mean, they went into a hostile environment. They lost their 1st game, but they've rebounded beautifully. And I think coming back, playing in front of their home crowd really has impacted this game, and it's gotten them back to 500.
Utah, 22.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Gonna take a shot at this DB. Makes a catch along the left sideline, and that is a big pickup. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Utes!
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing him go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
Smith wants to throw. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
That keeps the score. Florida State 45, Utah 28.
The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Now on second down after the incompletion. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Carrying the ball with an edge and hammering his way to the 40.
Effective draw plays in the running game really begin with the quarterback. The quarterback's got to be a great salesman. You got to really make the defense think it's pass. You keep your eyes focused downfield till the last possible second, turn around and hand it off. And by that point, the defensive ends have rushed way upfield, and there's less bodies for the running backs to have to maneuver around before finding.
He felt the heat trying to get away, but down he goes. He'll lose a yard or two. The number one job is to protect their quarterback, and they did not.
They did not, but my number one job as a defensive lineman is to attack your quarterback and get him on the ground just like this, get in the sack, rattle this guy as much as you can, as many hits as possible on these quarterbacks.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Using the quick game. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the fourth down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. Fourth down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big fourth down conversion.
The give to the back. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
The pitch to the left. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Ball's at the 22. 3rd and short coming. Can the defense force them to settle for a field goal? They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. And he needed just a single yard, and he did not get it. What a stout play by this defense. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield. Got enough space. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. Lining up for the PAT. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Wyoming has opened up a can, and the result is what's shaping up to be one of the more lopsided affairs of the entire day. They're up by 35 over the Coyotes. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
He lobs one high down the left side. And he's got it at the 30. Flying out to the left. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Utah!
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. You might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
Smith dropping to pass. Trying to get to him. The pressure gets to him. Quarterback is sacked, and the 2-point attempt is denied, and the lead stays right where it is. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
Well, it's a reverse. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Looking to throw on 2nd down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure, it gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
He unleashes a long one. Fires it into a crowd, and it's picked off. Looking for more room. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
We've just seen in this game the ball has just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his 2nd pick thrown in this game.
He wants to start this drive with a pass. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
2nd down coming up. Smith wants to throw. Unloads to the right. Hauls it in. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
Good enough for a 1st down.
They'll throw it on 1st down. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to...
Oh, look out, there he goes! And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. Starting this drive like that is exactly what they'd hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. They're going to ride this running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's a great play there by the defense, stopping that run. But now with less than a minute to go, you got to use your timeout. You got to try and conserve as much clock as possible to give yourself a chance to win.
When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offense.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game. David, this was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those